Welcome to Investero. Every decade or so, the financial markets present opportunities, so massive that those who recognize them early can transform their financial future forever. Think about the early 2000s when tech stocks like Amazon and Apple were considered risky bets, but later became trillion-dollar giants. Or the rise of Bitcoin when a handful of dollars invested could have turned into millions. In 2025, we are standing at the edge of another seismic shift, one that could very well be the biggest wealth opportunity of the next 10 years. The question is, will you recognize it and act before it's too late? Right now, three powerful forces are colliding: artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, and the clean energy revolution. Each of these sectors alone has the potential to reshape the world economy. But together, they create a once-in-a-lifetime convergence that will change how we live, work, and invest. Smart money is already moving in, and billionaires, institutions, and global corporations are positioning themselves to benefit. The opportunity for everyday investors is to spot where these forces overlap and place their capital in the companies and assets that will lead the charge. Artificial intelligence is the first pillar of this opportunity. AI is not just a trend, it's becoming the backbone of modern industries. From healthcare and finance to transportation and retail, AI is rewriting the rules. Companies that integrate AI into their products and operations are gaining massive advantages over competitors. NVIDIA, for example, became one of the biggest winners in the last wave because of its dominance in AI chips. But the story doesn't end there. A whole new generation of AI companies is emerging, focusing on natural language processing, autonomous systems, robotics, and AI-driven platforms. Over the next decade, trillions of dollars will flow into AI adoption. And those who invest in the right players today could be looking at life-changing returns tomorrow. The second pillar is blockchain and cryptocurrency. While crypto has had its share of booms and busts, the underlying technology is here to stay. Bitcoin and Ethereum have proven their resilience. But the bigger story lies in the evolution of decentralized finance, tokenization of real-world assets, and blockchain's role in global transactions. Imagine a world where real estate, stocks, and even art are traded seamlessly on blockchain networks, cutting out middlemen and lowering costs. This is not a distant future, it's happening now. Governments are even exploring central bank digital currencies, which will further accelerate blockchain adoption. Just like the internet was underestimated in its early days, blockchain is now moving from speculation to infrastructure. Investors who see this shift early will be ahead of the crowd. The third pillar is clean energy and the green revolution. Climate change concerns, government regulations, and technological breakthroughs are driving an unprecedented transition from fossil fuels to renewables. Solar, wind, hydrogen, and battery storage technologies are advancing rapidly, and companies leading this transition will benefit immensely. Electric vehicles, for instance, are no longer niche. They're becoming mainstream. Companies like Tesla paved the way, but now a host of new players are stepping into the spotlight. Governments worldwide are investing billions into clean infrastructure, and investors who back this wave could ride it for years to come. Clean energy is not just about saving the planet, it's about tapping into one of the biggest growth markets of our time. So why is this the biggest wealth opportunity in a decade? Because these three forces, blockchain, and clean energy aren't isolated. They intersect. AI is helping optimize clean energy grids and manage blockchain systems. Blockchain is powering decentralized trading platforms for energy credits. Clean energy companies are using AI to improve efficiency and innovation. When megatrends collide, the result is exponential growth, not linear. This is why billionaires and hedge funds are quietly moving their capital into these areas, while the broader public is distracted by short-term market noise. For the average investor, the opportunity lies in diversification across these sectors. You don't need to pick the single winner. Instead, you can spread investments across a basket of AI-driven companies, leading blockchain projects, and clean energy innovators. Exchange-traded funds ETFs now exist that focus on these themes, making it easier than ever for everyday people to get exposure. If you prefer individual stocks or crypto projects, focus on those with strong leadership, clear adoption potential, and the ability to scale. Of course, with opportunity comes risk. Markets will remain volatile, and hype often overshadows fundamentals. Not every AI startup will survive, Not every crypto token will have real value. And not every clean energy company will dominate. The key is to think long-term. This is not about chasing short-term gains, but about identifying trends that will define the next decade. If you zoom out and look at history, the biggest wealth creators were those who invested in disruptive trends early and held through the noise. The reality is, most people will miss this chance. They'll wait until headlines scream about record highs, and by then, the biggest gains will already be gone. The people who change their financial future are the ones who act when opportunities are just taking shape, when there's still doubt, when others hesitate. In 10 years, the story will be clear. AI reshaped industries. Blockchain redefined finance, and clean energy transformed global infrastructure. But by then, it will be too late to buy at today's prices. So what should you do? Start small, educate yourself, and get exposure to these sectors now. Whether it's a small allocation into AI stocks, a position in Bitcoin or Ethereum, or shares in renewable energy companies, every step puts you closer to riding this wave. Over the next decade, as these trends converge, you'll be glad you positioned yourself early. Opportunities like this don't come often. This could truly be the biggest wealth-building chance of the decade, but only for those who recognize it before it becomes obvious to everyone else. The time to act is now. Because once history has written the winners, the door to life-changing returns will have already closed. Subscribe to Invest